Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plans, and it's that time of the year to start figuring out and prepping our planners for 2023. It's insane that we're already in the very last month of 2022. But I also love this time of year because I get to start thinking about my new planners and I get to start prepping my planners for things that I'm gonna need for 2023 and for like the next year. So in this video, I wanted to kind of go over some extra sheets that you can make really easy for your planner to kind of keep track of things. If you are like me, I'm a very I like to start new habits at the beginning of the year or the beginning of the week, beginning of the month. Like I can't start something like midweek, and my husband doesn't understand why. He'll be like, oh, well, let's just start doing this like now. And I'm like, no, we have to wait till Monday. Like it can't happen on a Thursday. So for me, I like to start things, right at the beginning of something. And when a new year happens, that's really when I like to start keeping track of different things. That way it's just like I feel a little bit better. Then I have all of the information for the entire year rather than just random spurts here and there. So I'm going to be going over a few sheets that you can make for your planner, and I also went ahead and I made some sheets already, and I'll show you some examples of those, and then at the end we'll make one together because I didn't make one of them. So I have 10 different sheets that you can make. Obviously there's a bunch more, and really you can make anything you want to keep track of. You can literally make a sheet for, and it'll be so fun. And just a really great way to use your stickers. For me, this was a great way to use my box stickers and shape stickers just because I have so many. So it's a really good way to use those because it's I'm going to have them for days and days. So I'm going to go over each one that I made. So let's see. I'm pulling them out. I'm trying to decide. Okay, the first one that I made was a movie tracker. So and I made two different versions. So this one's actually 1 and 2 on my list of sheets that you can make to keep track of. But I love keeping track of what movies we see in a year. But I thought sometimes we watch movies at home, and then sometimes we physically go to a movie theater to watch movies. So I really wanted to keep track of the movies that we watch at home and the movies that we go to the theaters to see. So I thought this would be really fun, just a really simple tracker to make. These are just some letter Mamby sticks. These are my dating stickers from Rainbow Date It. And then I just wrote home because I didn't have any stickers that were small enough for that. And then these are all just my dating stickers to put January through December. So this side will be any new movie that we watch at home. Yeah, so anything that comes on Disney Plus or Netflix. A lot of time we watch a lot of movies from those things, so it'll be really nice to just write them. Or if we waited and didn't necessarily want to see something in the theaters, and we wanted to just watch it at home, we can put it on here. And then on this side, this is we're going to the movie theater to physically see a movie. And for these ones I put smaller because sometimes during this time of year we don't really have time to go to the movies, so that's why. And then down at the bottom I did favorites. So I had room for 6, so that way I can go through between both home movies and theater movies maybe at the end of the year, and kind of just write down these were my favorite movies of the year kind of thing. So those are 2 different things that you can make. I ended up just putting them both on the same sheet because I was able to fit all my boxes on one side, and that's also why I kind of chose to do the smaller ones. And then it kind of just worked out where I was able to fit all the months for the entire year on one side each. So I was able to do one for home and then one for movies we see at the theaters. So that's 1 and 2 of a tracker you can make. Another tracker, kind of along those lines, is a TV show tracker. My husband and I are notorious for starting shows. We'll watch a season, and then if there's not multiple seasons of a show and you have to wait for it to come out again, sometimes by the time it comes out, you forget about that show. And there'll be so many times I'll be scrolling on Facebook and then I'll see an ad for, oh, season 2 of this show is coming out. And I'm staring at it didn't we watch that show? but because I didn't write it down, I don't 100% remember if we watched it or not. You know, so it was just one of those like, oh yeah, like I think we watched that show, and I have to remember, and usually that's my only reminder. So this year I want to keep track because we have so many shows that, you know, we're in the middle of seasons, but we're still waiting for new seasons, so I want to write them down so I don't forget. But there's a lot of new shows coming out that we want to be able to watch. So I'll keep track of them on here. The backside is blank, but I could always turn that into my favorite shows, or I can add some more if for some reason, you know, we're watching a crazy ton of shows, which I have a feeling this is going to get filled up pretty quickly. I might do this. I didn't do this by months because it just kind of depends. You know, you hop around watching different shows all the time. So this will be more, I put a smaller box because I thought it could be fun, like shows that we watch together or shows that I'm just watching, and I'll kind of just put them in there, and then once a box is filled, I'll go to the next one. And then, like I said, I left the back empty because if I need to, I'll add some more boxes and write more shows that I'm watching. So that's another thing I want to keep track of for 2023. Again, these are just some of my dating stickers. These boxes are from pastel boxes, which will be restocked in 2023. And then these fun TVs are actually from Daydreamer, old sticker book, and then some Mambi sticks. So that's number 3. Then I want to make a self-care tracker, and this one I'm doing it by the months because I want to keep track and make sure each month I'm doing something for self-care. It's really hard for me to take time out of my day to pamper myself. I don't know, like I have a really hard time. I think the only thing right now that I do for myself is like go get my nails done. Like that's pretty much like the extent of my self-care. And even that sometimes I'm like, well, I'm gonna be there for this long, and then I get like upset about it. So I really want to be a lot better. So whether that means like going to get a massage, or I just went to the chiropractor, or again going to get my nails done, going to get my hair done. So I kind of want to use this as like a keep track. Each month, every single month by the end of the year, should have at least one thing, if not more, that I'm dedicating to self-care. So that is my goal. This self-care was from a Kell of a Plan sticker book. These are from my Date It. This is from Wellness, the Wellness Happy Planner sticker books. And then foil rainbow boxes. And then these hollow ones are from Summer Boxes. And then some more of my dating stickers. So just another super fun, easy sheet. And then again, the back is blank, but that's okay. If you want to do them like not have as many sheets and you know you have a bunch of trackers, you could always do one thing on one side and, you know, another tracker on the other side. I just wanted to make them all separate. This next one I called Free Time Wish List, and this is more of just like activity. I wanted to do like activity wish list, but this is also just like more of, I figured free time would work, and then I didn't have to pull out a bunch of letter stickers to spell out activity. So I was like, yeah, that works. And this is really like for our family, like if we have time, like, oh, let's go, like, and there's a carnival in town, cool, let's go to the carnival. I kind of just like want to write down different things if we have those times. I do have enough, 3, 6, 9, I do have enough to do it by the month. So if I wanted to, I could go in and add some month stickers on here. But the goal ideally would be to do something fun and maybe different each month. Like that is our goal. We have a lot of traveling, so I think traveling is going to take up a lot of that. But for the most part, I think it'll be really fun to kind of just try to find something. So maybe we take the kiddo bowling, or she's never been roller skating before, so like we're getting around that age where that might be fun for her, or we go to an arcade. So this is more of just like fun activities that we want to do. So I'm probably going to brainstorm some stuff to do and then kind of try to do them. And then maybe what I'll do once I've brainstormed all the things that we could do here in Colorado, then when we do them, I'd probably put like the date or the month, you know, that we did it in. So just another fun little sheet. Okay, this one, I mentioned it just a second ago, but we have a ton of traveling coming up. So I wanted to kind of keep track of all of the, whatchamacallits, like the travel dates, not travel dates, the trips that we have. There we go. Also, I forgot, these all are from, a lot of these stickers are from the family sticker book, and then 90s. How fun was that? And then these ones are from the Getaway Vibes sticker books, and then some Mambi sticks. But so I think what I'm going to do is, like, these bigger ones are kind of reserved. We do have a couple bigger trips planned. Some smaller ones are going to be for, like, in January, we're going to celebrate Christmas with some of my husband's family. So we're going to Kansas City for a couple of days. So that'll be like, that's our smaller trip. But then we do have a bigger trip. I'm planning another Disney trip because I'm hooked now and I want to go like yesterday. So that'll probably be in there. Go Wild is a big trip for me too. So this will just be a fun, just so I can write down all the trips we have planned. And then these little circles are to write the dates in. So just something pretty simple. And if we have more travel dates come up, then I do have the back to put some more on. But I think this is good for now for the trips that we do have planned. So I wanted to do a fun travel sheet. And then next, I wanted to keep track of utilities. So we live in a duplex, and next door to us is my father-in-law, and we share our water and sewage utilities, but then we pay for our own electricity. So they're like separate. But I kind of wanted to keep track and see like what we pay in the year, because eventually we're going to be moving. We've already outgrown it, and I really want to kind of keep track of how much those things are averaging, just so that way, because we're most likely going to rent out our side when we move and kind of keep this house as an income property. So eventually I'd like to know, that way we can kind of figure out like if we want to include utilities in, rent or whatever. I have an idea of like around what things should be, so we can kind of figure that out. And that's not like set in stone or anything. It's more of just like, I was curious and I want to know what we're spending for the entire year and have it just on an easy page. And this page will most likely go where my budgeting area is in my planner. So I used some fun hexagons, some dating stickers, and then at the bottom I did two different totals, because one total will be for our shared utilities, and then the other one will be for the one that's just us. That way I can kind of keep track of that. And then we use some fun rainbow stickers. These ones are from Live Love Posh. I love florals, so florals always makes everything better. Okay, so the next tracker, not everybody would need this, but I definitely need it. And I've actually made this same tracker the last couple years, and it's been super helpful. But I made a social media taxes tracker. So if you don't know, like, use social media. It's another form of income, but taxes don't get taken out when we get paid for those. So for me, this always helped me. I kind of will just write down how much I made that much, and then I'll set aside a little bit, and I'll write how much I set aside, and then at the bottom of this row, I'll total it up. So on this one, I'll total here, total, and then at the end of the year, I can kind of total up, and that way I can easily make sure I have the amount that I set aside. And the reason why I put totals at the bottom is because for the longest time I would, I have my little calculator and I'm typing in things and then just going through all these ones, and then I would get really confused where I stopped or where I started, or maybe I already did that number. So now if I total at the bottom, I'll just total these numbers together rather than totaling a bunch over the year. And then it just makes it a lot easier. And then I'd use this to just make sure I set aside enough to pay taxes at the end of the year. So this one has just been a really fun one for me to make and include. And I put this in my social media planner and just kind of keep that in there, so that way I can keep track of those expenses. So there's literally like, you can make all the trackers for your planner, which makes it super easy. This next one I actually did not make. I found it on Etsy, and I thought if this would be a lot easier than trying to make it, because I was like, that's going to be a headache. But I've been seeing these all over. I will link this one down in the description below. I don't remember who I got it from. But I'm really excited to try this out, because I really want to try doing a mood tracker. And I've seen there's so many awesome ones. Like literally, if you go to Etsy and you type in printable mood tracker, you'll find so many fun ones. There's people that have made ones of like a flower design, so you're coloring the flower petals, or of snowflakes, or of trees, or whatever it would be, and then by the time you're done filling it out, it looks so cool. So this one is for the entire year, because although I would love to do those more fun ones and have one of those each month, I don't think I would flip to it all the time. So I was like, if I just have one place, you know, with all of these sheets so far, if I just have one place where I have to flip to in my planner every day, then I can just make sure I do it and get it done rather than having to go to a specific month. This one in particular did come with a month version where you can do it each month, but I wanted to see this at a glance at a year. So basically you write your name, the year, and this one has January through December and then all the days of the month, or not all the days, all the dates of the month, and then it has a morning, it has an AM mood and your PM mood. And what you do is down here you do make a little key, so you color in. So say if I wanted happy to be purple, then I would write happy here and color in this cube here purple, and maybe I want to put grumpy, and then that would be red. And then basically what you'll go through is each day you'll color in. So in the morning I woke up super grumpy and I spent the morning grumpy, and then but in the evening I was in a better mood, or I was content, or whatever feeling that you were feeling that day. And then by the time you're done with this, it's like this collage of all these colors of like your mood. And for myself, I want to see what the difference is and like what my mood generally is like in the morning compared to the evening. Because I know, like, just by thinking about it, I feel like I'm a little bit grumpier by like early afternoon, evening time. I'm more of a morning person. So, I don't know, but I want to use this to see if that's true. So I thought this one would be really fun to use in my planner this year. I'll link this one down in the description below. Again, I don't remember who I got it from. I literally just like searched through a ton of them, and then I found this one, and this one actually was sized for a happy planner. I typed in happy planner mood tracker and was able to find one. Otherwise you could always scale it down. I think it's like you could scale any regular size paper one down to like 82%, I think, and then it should fit in your classic happy planner. But I think this one works great because I just wanted a year at a glance, and then it also did come with an option to do it monthly, so I do have that as well. So I might play around with that one, but for now I think I'm going to stick to the year tracker. So I think this one will be really fun. Okay, so those are the 9 that I've made / gotten so far. So we have a mood tracker, I did my social media tracker, a utilities tracker, a travel tracker, free time activity tracker, self-care, TV shows, movie theaters, and then movies at home. So I've done all of those ones. Another one I still have yet to make, which this would be number 10, is an adulting one. I really liked having my adulting one for this year. So I'm looking forward to making that one. I still need to make is an adulting one. And that one I usually would just put like for adulting, like, oh, I had to go buy, usually I used it for like things I had to buy for my home, right? Like, oh, I bought laundry detergent, I bought more cat litter, I bought soap for the dishwasher. So those are like all the things. And then I kind of had fun keeping track to see how many times I had to buy those things. So that's another fun tracker that you can make. The tracker I still need to make, and that we're going to make today, is my goals tracker for 2023. So I have a piece of paper here. I just took a bunch of paper and I cut them down to size. It is cut to a classic happy planner. And I literally just took a sheet and then I made some marks and then cut it with a paper trimmer. So it's already sized down. I haven't punched it yet. This is on a little bit nicer paper. This is 28-pound paper, so it's a little thicker and it's a little bit of a nicer paper, but we're gonna make my goals tracker that I'm gonna stick in my planner. So I love florals, so always with the florals. So I pulled out Kelva Plans sticker books, and then I pulled out a Live Love Posh because I think I'm gonna go with an all purple. I think last year I did a rainbow one, and it was for big size, but this year I want to do multiple purples and see if I can make a bunch of purples work together. So I'm going to pull this book out, and I'm looking for all the purple stickers. So this one is volume 1 of Kelva Plans Rainbow Florals. I have a couple of, like, these are some of my favorite, but I have a bunch of different shades of purple. So I think I'm going to kind of just make a lot of gradients with rainbows, not rainbows, with purples. And this is her volume 2, so we have some purples in this book as well. We have these, which I don't know if this was my backup, but I haven't used a lot of them. Oh, some of these I can finish pages. So lots of different shades of purple. Then I have volume 3. We have some gorgeous purple in here, some periwinkle that we could even use. And then I pulled out Live Love Posh's because this one is filled with lots of different purple florals. So literally can fill in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lightest and kind of work my way, I don't want to say down. I don't know if I want to do it along the side or all over. I'm conflicted now. Let's just go down the side. So I think I'm going to work with one of the lighter ones, which is this one. It's a little bit more of like a lavender periwinkle-y color. I'm going to turn this one into a corner piece because I love corner pieces. Get rid of the green because I don't need all the green. And then I'm going to put this one away, I think. There is another shade, and it's a little bit of a darker purple. I just want it to be purple. My goal is always to be as true to my purple self as I can be. So I'm going to just do all the purple and just kind of lay them along the sides. I think I'm just going to trim as I go too, because that'll make it a little bit easier later. I kind of want to save this one open because I really like these individual ones. So I'm going to just set that to the side. I'm going to grab the next book that I have. And again, I'm just like pulling some of these purples out. I think I only have a little bit. I have this one, which is kind of like a corner piece. And it's just like a little bit left. I think I made it into a corner piece. See, I saved a sticker and now I have it for something else, but now I don't know if I want that. I'm going to use it. This harsh line for this one, I'm just going to like try to make it not so harsh of a straight line so that way it blends in, you know, with another sticker layering over it. So I'm going to use this one because it's a little bit on the darker side. So why not? That's why I saved it. It was waiting for this moment. And then I can rip out a page. I don't know if there's any more purple in here. Oh wait, there's one that I passed. Just kidding. I'm going to go in with some of this one. I'm just making this as purple as possible. Okay, I'm going to set that book aside. I only have a little bit. I have some really dark purples, but now I'm kind of liking sticking with like these lighter. So I might not use that one. I have more of this floral in the Live Love Posh book. I think I need to stick with more of like the rose vibe because that's where all the other ones are. I'm gonna grab this one. Just get all these purples in here. Give me all the purple stickers. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from the more maroony, like purple, like plum purples. I'm going to stay away from those ones and stick more to these brighter, vibrant purples. I just need one more. I need one more. I need to just fill in that one spot. I'm trying to be cautious with which purple I choose. I guess I chose a lot more of like the lighter purples this time around, which I think is okay. It works. A lot of this side is going to get punched through, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm just going to go in, trim off that excess. And then I need to label this page. So This will be a goals sheet, so it'll be 2023 goals. I don't think I have any. I gotta figure out what I have left. If I have all the letters in this one that I need a G, I need an S, which I know, okay, I do have S's. I need a G, and I have plenty of O's. Where's the G's? G, and then I have an A, and I have L. Okay, so I should have enough to use these Mambi sticks. So I'm gonna put okay, hold on, let me just pull them all out. So I need a G, I need an A, I need an L, grabbing my L, I need an O, and then I just need the S. Doing this like daintier font because I think it'll be better and look better. So I'm gonna put G, O, A, it's hard with the L because it's so low. And then I pulled out this alphabet sticker book because I honestly forgot about it. I forgot about Unique Alphabet, which I can't believe I forgot about it. I kept using the fun alphabets, and like I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of like smaller ones. And then I literally found this one after I finished all of the other ones, and I was like, seriously? So I'm gonna put goals and then 4, and then I'll put 2023. So I need, and these are a similar, if not the same font, they're just smaller. So I think I'm going to put 4. These are on paper, which is kind of a bummer because I like them on clear better, but it's okay. So I'm going to write 4, goals, 4, and then I'm going to take my Date It sticker book and I'm going to write 2023. So I'm going to choose this prettier font, more dainty. And let's see, I do have some 2s, and I know there's a 0 somewhere, so I'm going to use this 2, and then go back a page to grab a 0, so I can write 20, and then I'm going to use the number 23 because I have it, and that'll just make it easier if I can find one. I've been using these a lot today. Actually, I do have some 2s in here. I was saving the 2s, but this isn't for 2022, so I don't need as many 2s anymore. So goals for 2023. Okie dokie. And then now I just need to decide how I'm going to put these goals in here. So I think last year I did circles. I'm kind of feeling shapes again. Like I'm really in like a shape mood. So I think I'm going to keep going with my shapes, and I'm going to do some hexagons. I'm also going to pull out my rainbow shapes because I might use some purple hexagons. But I was like, maybe I should do hexagons this year since I did circles last year. So I'm going to do some hexagons. And there's some of my favorite shape to play with. I love the honeycomb look, so that's kind of what I'm aiming for. But in order to do that, I kind of have to get the right layout. So I'm going to stick this one, I think, right in there. Stick this one right over here. Okie dokie. I'm gonna take a purple one just for fun, kind of like my whatchamacallit one, my taxes one. I did every couple hexagons, I added a color into it, and I really liked how that turned out. So kind of gonna do similar here. If I can get this to lay down the way I want it to. Okay, and then we'll add purple, or sorry, not purple, black. And really the amount of goals will be determined by how many hexagons I can fit in here. So that'll determine how many goals. I think 5 goals this year would be good. I think I always overwhelm myself by doing a ton of goals. So I think 5 is a good, like, calm amount. So I think I'm going to stick to 5 goals this year. One thing I do like to do is I like to add a little box so I can write the date of when that goal was completed. So I'm just going to take rainbow boxes. I'm going to take that same purple, and I am going to just add in a little box in here so that way I can write the dates. And then that gives me like a little bit of a layering element, which I always am for. I just have to find enough purple boxes to do that with. Just adding these in, doing this one, and then we'll grab a black one, which I have to grab black boxes and more because my regular black boxes is empty. And there we go. So I'll usually use that to write the date of when and if that goal gets completed. So it doesn't have to be anything too crazy to make these pages. And then I think just because of the kind of page it is, I do want to add a quote. I have to find my quote sticker books. There's so many sticker books on my desk because I literally just made all of these sheets and was like, okay, moving on. Okay, so let's see. This is Amber Plans Her Days Black Quotes Volume 2. So yeah, so I think this will be a good book to find a quote in. Live more, worry less. You are doing great. Find your happy place. Aim higher, dream bigger. I like that one. I think I'm going to use that one. That one spoke to me first. So we're going to use this one, as I just impaled it with my tweezers. So that's my bad. Okay, I'm going to stick it right in here. And then I almost forgot, I set this book aside because I wanted a few more of these floral elements. So I have this one, and I can kind of add some of these in here. Add a few extra little purple florals around this space, just to make it look a little bit cuter. And then I like these little filler sparkles that are in here. Add some of those just to add a little bit extra in here. A little twinkle to my goals. And then all I need to do is take my paper trimmer and give it a good punch. And then that's it. Easy peasy goals page for 2023 is ready to go in my 2023 planner. So there we go. So there's 10 different pages that you can make really easily for your planner. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I love using the florals because it's a good way to use them. There's so many. Or if there's like fun knick-knack stickers that you like, or animal stickers, those will all be really fun to just like decorate your page and make something that you're going to be excited to look at all year long. So we have a goals page, movies, and then movies for home and for theater, TV shows, a self-care, a free time, travel, utilities, social media, and then the printable that I found on Etsy, like a little mood tracker. So there's some examples of some things that you can make for your planner to get your planner all prepped and ready for 2023. Obviously, there's so many more. Like literally, if you can keep track of it, like you can make a planner page. Like you could probably make an entire notebook of all the things that you want to have tracked. These are just some of the things that I'm wanting to make. Like I still need to make an adulting page for 2023. But hopefully this helps you guys when you're starting to plan out all your pages and get your planners all set up. Hopefully this is helpful to give you some ideas of some fun things that you guys can make. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!